Hey there, this is me building my business in public. So, how these videos are going to work is first we're going to kind of go through some of the YouTube comments. Then we're going to talk about some things that are top of mind. So, maybe the reason why you clicked on this video was because of my schedule as an entrepreneur, and I'd be interested to hear about your schedule as an entrepreneur down in the comments. Maybe something about what I did in the business today. And finally, at the end, we're going to go through the important things tracker, and I'm going to update all of the metrics, some of the things that I really care about the most. But first, let's go to the YouTube comments and nada. So, guys, here's what I really want to do here. I would love for this part of the video, and I am not a business guru or anything like that, but the reason why I'm doing these daily is so I can give myself accountability. So, what I want to do in these comments of these videos, if you guys are watching these, I want you to talk about in here the things that you do to keep yourself accountable. So, I'm going to be posting daily for a long time. Sun or shine or what's the expression there? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm going to be posting daily, so I need to know what your guys' accountabilities are. So in this video, we're kind of talking about my schedule and how I keep myself accountable. So I'd love to maybe hear your schedule. What's your schedule as an entrepreneur, a busy entrepreneur? Okay, what's your schedule like, and what's the day to day like for you? So since we have no comments, let's just go right into the schedule, and I've kind of started scripting this out here. So for some fuller context, I also have a 9 to 5 job and married with 2 kids. So like time is just not there right now. I basically had to, and this is kind of why I wanted to talk about this here. I've had to cut out so many things from my life, and I only do like those things. It's like I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a 9 to 5er, and I do this thing, the business thing. I have a personal finance business. Okay, so I kind of wanted to go through my schedule. I just thought this could be fun. So Monday through Friday, if I can get this thing to work here. Is it going to type? No. What's going on here? I promise I'm going to be an amazing expert at this. There we go. Okay. Um, oh, oh, okay. It was white. Sorry about that. Alarm goes off. Okay. 4 a.m. The alarm goes off. I promise I'm going to be very good at this tool. You guys just wait. I'm doing this every day, so I'm going to get very good at it. Alarm goes off at 4 o'clock. Now, the problem is the next like few parts of my day are basically non-negotiable. If I skip something, then my day's screwed. So at 4:30, non-negotiable, I have to start working out because I have such a small window to work out. Because at 5:30, I need to work on business. At this point, my family's still sleeping, so that's kind of what I'm optimizing for. I work on the business when my family's sleeping. When my 2 kids, I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, when they're sleeping, essentially. And then around 7 o'clock or so, I start doing some dad stuff slash getting ready for 9 to 5. Okay. At 7:45, I leave for the 9 to 5, and at 4:30, leave 9 to 5 to pick up kids from daycare. 5:15 we get home, so it's dinner, dad, and yeah, like just I guess that's really it. We have dinner, and I'm a dad, and then around 7 o'clock, I have an amazing wife, so I basically say goodnight to the kids. Our 1-year-old pretty much goes to bed around 7 o'clock, but I start work here, and my wife kind of handles our 4-year-old. If any of you have a 4-year-old or somewhere around that age, you know that that is very challenging. So that's kind of the schedule. And then I basically do this until, so recently, so I think with this new daily schedule, what I'm going to be doing is uploading a video onto this channel, the Entrepreneur in Progress, which is my like side channel, my business channel. My main channel, I talk about personal finances. So I'm going to be going live on there every single night, as well as part of this like habit stacking accountability thing. So I'm basically making 2 videos a day for these channels. And it was actually an idea that I kind of stole. Well, I definitely stole it from someone that watch on YouTube. He has 2 channels as well, and he started doing this daily thing, and he just like his audience just got so much deeper on the daily one, and my audience wouldn't be connected in these 2 channels at all. I just feel like I needed a place to unload my like thoughts on entrepreneurship and business, and I didn't really have that, so I'm just trying to create that network that I wish I had, which or want to have. And sure, I can join like say a community or something like that, but for me it's just like I don't know. I just felt like I was like I think I should just like build the network. So if you guys are into that, like keep watching, the channel, the stuff that interests you, and I would love to like go along with the ride for you. Okay. So yeah, I basically do this. I think I'm gonna be basically going to bed at 10 p.m. or later. Because the problem that I have is like, what do I do in like this time slot? Oh, that is thick. And this time slot, like, but when I go to bed, it's always so hard. Like, what do you guys focus on during those times? Like, so right now I'm just trying to do, well, obviously, like at nighttime, I have to kind of prep for some of the content and stuff like that. And I also have calls inside of my personal finance community. Yeah. And so those usually start at 7 p.m. So I actually have like this week and next week without any calls because I've recently flipped um, my model in the community from helping everyone for free to like, hey, now there's a paywall to like get some of my time and everything. So but yeah, like what do you guys focus on in these work sessions? So Monday through Friday, yeah, I have basically an hour and a half. We'll call it 3 hours. So I have 4.5 hours times 5, and that's like what 22 and a half hours, and that's if it's like perfectly efficient, and it just never is, unfortunately. Like this time slot, like sometimes my 4-year-old wakes up at like 5:45 and my wife's still sleeping, so I have to handle that for a second. So it's like it's not deep work or anything like that, unfortunately. It's just like times that I have allotted out. And yeah, this is why I'm making this video. I just really want to know what you guys are doing. So but what is important for me, and the kind of the takeaway for me is um I've basically taken away everything that doesn't matter or like anything that doesn't fulfill, like, again, the things that I talked about earlier, like being a dad, a husband, a 9 to 5er, and this business thing. If it isn't that, then it's really hard for me to make time to do it. um, so in my like regular stuff, I talk about North Star goals a lot in my personal finance community. And it's so funny when you're like teaching something, how the words that you're sharing to other people relate so much to you, right? And I had to really sit down and think like, what is actually important to me. So last year, I really wanted to like, yeah, I guess it was last year. I really wanted to take this a little more seriously. So I started removing things from my life. So I used to love sports. I haven't watched sports in a year and a half, like any sports. I was watching all the sports. I would just drink alcohol casually. I just literally stopped doing that. It's been a year since I've had any sort of alcohol, just because like, not because I'm addicted to alcohol, but if I want to have this schedule every day, right, where I'm waking up at freaking 4 a.m., going to bed after 10 o'clock, like I'm getting like 6 hours of sleep. So if I want to be fresh at 4 a.m. to be able to get that workout in on time so I can start working on the business, so that I can do the dad stuff and get ready for work. It's like I can't miss a beat here. If I start a workout at 5 o'clock, then that squeezes my working time on the business, because at the end of the day, like this time is pretty non-negotiable, unfortunately, because of life. Like I have to pay bills and stuff like most people. So let me just fix this arrow because that was an atrocious arrow. But yeah, so it's like I have to, when the alarm goes off, I like literally have to get up, and I like kind of, whatever. I walk around and I just kind of get ready for the workout, just wake myself up. I do the workout. We have a home gym here, so I stay here and do all that stuff. But anyway, for me, it's really important to try and keep the times identical every single day, to keep like this schedule. And a lot of times during the week, Monday through Friday feels everything feels the same for me. And every day I'm at my 9 to 5, I'm like, I don't know what day it is, and I have to like actually think about it for a second. I did that today. I thought it was Tuesday. It's Thursday. I have no idea, because the days all are the same for me, which is great in one way, but also it takes out like the variability, which again is very helpful for what I'm trying to do now. So so I think the weekend. Let's see here. No, this isn't gonna let me. Can I duplicate? Let's see. Cool. So I think most of this is pretty similar. Alarm at 4 o'clock, workout, work on business. Yeah, so this is going to be different. So on the weekends, my wife lets me usually like hang out down here by herself. She kind of handles the kiddos, but at 8 o'clock is like she's like, nah, you gotta you gotta help out. So I'm just basically dad um, until that time, or starting at 8 o'clock, and then sometimes we have this nice little window of like 1 to 3 o'clock where I can get some work done. The kids might be sleeping, and then 3 o'clock I'm dad again, and then 7 o'clock I start work. Um, so again, I have this window here, and maybe a 2 hour window here if I'm lucky, and then again like a 3 hour window. Um, so whatever that is, that's potentially like 5 hours or something. Five, three, I don't know, 6 hours. So in a perfect world, I'm doing like almost 40 hours on the business as well. It's not a perfect world. I don't think I've ever done the 40 hours. These are just like the time slots that I leave open. But yeah, guy, like I would, if you're still watching this video, I would love to understand what your schedules are. If they're similar, if you're like structured like this, what do you put in front? Like what is the most important thing for you? So that's the other thing. Like this workout for me is so important. I've tried so many other different ways. Like I've tried waking up at 4 o'clock and then just like instantly starting to work. And my, rate of my output was just horrendous. So me working out instantly and then going into work after that, I feel just like I feel amazing. My prime energy is like 2 to 4 hours after I wake up. So that puts me at that like 6 o'clock window, like 6 to 8 or something like that. So again, not super ideal for the weekdays, but the weekends it's a little better. Anyway, so that's kind of my schedule. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go to the next part of the video here because that took a good amount of time. So what I did in the business today, yeah, I think really it's just been focusing on this daily habit that I'm trying to do. And I've done things daily in the past, like posting content in the past, but never really within like an intentional purpose. It was just kind of doing it to do it for volume purposes. And this time I have such a better strategy, I think, because if I'm going to do things like this where I'm like kind of strategizing, this wasn't really a strategy thing, but if like I'm thinking out loud, if I'm going to track the things that matter to me the most, I might as well do it publicly to keep myself even more accountable. Like if I'm showing all my important things here, like these are the things that matter to me the most. So what I did in the business is just I keep thinking about the daily habits. Now, I have maybe 10 or 12 other videos that I've posted on this channel so far. They weren't necessarily daily. I did, kind of scattered a little bit whenever I felt inspired or something, was top of mind. But now I need to really just kind of get the accountability. And so let's go to the important things tracker, and I'm going to show you the things that matter to me the most. So what I did was this morning, I actually entered what I call a beginning balance. So I am an accountant, and that's just kind of a language that worked for me. But basically, like, hey, here's my starting point for revenue. My YouTube channel here, my personal finance YouTube channel. I'm going to be looking at the growth day over day, the percentage increase. So I have a personal finance community on school.com. I have this YouTube channel, so Entrepreneur in Progress. And basically, by the way, I'm just looking at subscribers. Not that I really love subscribers, but it's kind of hard I could do watch time or something, views. But for me, it's just maybe easier just to do it this way, just to kind of see like how the growth is, because at the end of the day, like if these videos are valuable, people will want to watch more. So yeah, the Entrepreneur in Progress YouTube channel, and then I also have an Entrepreneur in Progress community on School as well. So the link for that's down in the description. Again, I'm really just doing this I'm charging $1 a month just to keep the bots out of the community, because they can be a little ruthless sometimes. But really, I'm just trying to create a network. I don't want your dollar, really. I just want to create a network of entrepreneurs. So let's go through some of the stats. This one's going to be tough to go through. I am like struggling with the money part. But yeah, so today is the 14th. So what I'm doing is how much basically money I collected that day, less any fees. So my first dollar online was actually a $1,750 client that just kind of came out of nowhere. I made another video about it. But it was pretty cool. But anyway, after the fees, it ended up being this dollar amount. So today I did not collect any dollars. My YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, 776. So I wasn't expecting that to really change. And I'm at a point here with these social medias and stuff where I'm not going to really have explosive growth in the beginning, and that's okay. The community, yeah, I think I lost a person today. Womp womp. So I actually went down. I'm negatively growing. That's always awesome to see. Entrepreneur in progress. Let's see the dashboard. We're at a total of 4 subscribers, guys. So if you're still watching this, you are a gem. And then my Entrepreneur in Progress community, I literally just started it. So 1 member, that is me. So no growth there. So that's how these videos are going to go, guys. Again, the first part of this, I would really love to kind of interact with you in the comments. So make sure to leave something, anything. In this video could be your accountability or your schedule, something. And I'll see you tomorrow.